The hardest part about overcoming that lack of emotional intelligence as a woman, oftentimes, is because we were in relationships with unsafe men. We were in relationships where we had to be on fight or flight mode. And in addition to that, we had childhoods where we were in survival mode the whole time. For me, I've always been a soft woman, like a soft woman, and I just wanted to chill, right? I've always wanted to just be in my soft feminine and to not have to be so masculine with my communication. But because I grew up in a home where if you're not like that, they're going to eat you up and spit you out. And so even when I got into relationships, I ended up in relationships with men who were very dominant and not masculine. If they were masculine, it was a toxic masculinity, but in reality it was a feminine thing. They became overly reactive. They were very emotional, very reactive. And this is what caused me to match that energy. It wasn't me out of spite matching their energy, but it was like a, now I feel like I have to be on guard with you in a relationship where I feel like I should be intimate and I should be soft and I can just fall into my vulnerabilities and be this kind of woman who can trust you and trust your leadership. I have to fight you to be seen. I have to fight you just for you to hear me. I have to yell and raise my voice and be reactive to get you to see that what you're doing is hurting me. So once you get out of that kind of dynamic or those kind of dynamics, you enter into this season where it's like you feel the pain because, I've tried to cultivate healthy relationships since my toxic relationships. And that is where all of this lack of healing has come to the surface. I've seen where, bro, you do not have to communicate like that, because I've seen where a man was talking to me and I got overly reactive. Don't get me wrong, he still wasn't safe. Do not get me wrong, he still wasn't safe. But instead of me overreacting, I could have reacted in a softer way. I could have just said, I don't like what you're doing, I'm going to leave. Instead of getting hard body with him. And it was because of my past. My past has taught me, and I've learned this behavior to overreact, to be harsh with a man when I feel like he playing in my face or he playing with me. And I've had men who were just like, you don't have to yell. Like, they've been calm, but I'm still overreacting because why don't you see me? Why don't you hear me? What's the problem? Like, instead of learning that if a man is unsafe, just walk away. You can be calm, you can be upset and still not be reactive. You can learn to truly be in this situation and decide that it's not for you, and you don't have to give him an emotional reaction. And that will spill over into your emotional intelligence in every aspect.